Hello everybody, welcome to Talk About Houses. I'm Todd.
I'm Oana.
Today's video is entitled, what is the right number of homes to see before you buy a house?
2,000, 3,000?
2,000, 3,000, okay. We've all heard so I'm in a bunch of Facebook groups with real estate agents, and somebody was complaining. Somebody said, like, what's the most number of homes you shown a client? And I think one of the people said it was 225 over like 2 years.
Oh my God.
Seriously. And so that's a bit ridiculous. Okay.
Well, so I guess at that point I just question which one of them needed a hobby.
Okay, so first of all, you don't need to see that many houses.
No.
Okay, there's no actual exact right number, but this is why. You should first do some research and figure out what area you want to live in for whatever reason. You have to get it. You have to nail down the area, because if you start just randomly seeing houses, go, I don't like any of these houses, and then you're like, well, why are you looking here? I don't know. I just picked this area, right? It doesn't. That's a bad way to do it. So you want to start with the area. Once you figure out the area, then you need to figure out what amenities you want. And then once you get the amenities, you want to figure out what your financial affordability is. Okay. And then you want to narrow it down to, like, say you get 30 houses, right? Then what you do is you just go online and you look at them and you say, hey, what do this is what I need. Oh, hey, you know what? Yeah, that garage is the right amount of square feet, but it's a tandem. I can't fit 2 cars side by side. They're like one, because maybe it's an older house. Or, oh yeah, it does have 4 bedrooms, but the bedrooms all say they're 9 by 10, which you do see, right? Right. So in the MLS, like, you can see it's online, Zillow, all those websites have it, right? Okay,
and then remember the pictures. You know how the mirror on the side of your car says objects may be closer than they appear? It's the same thing with the pictures that you see online. They're close, but not really of what the property really looks like.
If you want to see a really good example of how well you can make a room look much bigger than it is, watch this video right here. This is a video of Oana touring a model home. And the people who stage model homes do the best, because they'll take a bedroom that's really small and they'll put like a baby bed, like right in the middle, and then they'll put like flat stuff on the wall. The room will look huge when I walk in, but it's not that big. It just doesn't have, because if you put a bed in there, there'd be no room. Right. Okay, so the answer is to then to go online and look and decide, hey, that kitchen's, I can see right now the kitchen's too small. Or, yeah, it has a pool, but I want my pool so I can see it out the back door. It's a weird lot, and it's actually on the side. I've seen that where you have to like go out and make a turn. You can't like see the pool. And people have said, well, but if my kids are playing in the pool, I can't look out the window and watch them because they're on the side of the house. So, right. And you also can look at the overhead view. Right. I've actually had a client a long time ago when I show houses, like over 10 years ago, and they had picked a bunch of houses. I go, hey, we're going to do one more thing before we look at these houses. I go, we're going to look at the overhead view on all of them. And they go, why do you want to do that? And I go, I'll show you. The first one we clicked on, there was like a major road behind the house. And I go, okay, so you like this house, but look what's right behind is this major road. And they went, oh. I said, so your bedroom window is facing that road, so there are cars going by, and it won't. You don't have another neighbor back there. And he goes, you know what? I don't want to live where, I don't mind a road behind the house, but not a major road. If it's tract housing, it's usually like, and there are some luxury homes where literally right behind that TPC in Summerlin, you have Rampart, and then you'll look and you go, wow, it's really close to the road. Wow, look at that $2 million house. It's beautiful, but it's Rampart. It's like 3 lanes each direction. Right. It's pretty big road. Yeah. And okay, you can eliminate a lot of homes by doing smart online searching. Right. And then what you want to do when you view the house is to really get the, just the physical things, because the photographer uses a wide angle lens to take pictures of the bedrooms. They look massive. And then you get there and go, oh, the bedroom's too small. It's not going to work, right? I need bigger rooms, or, or whatever.
Right. Yeah, so just make sure that you're doing your homework ahead of time. Look, if you're into it because you just like to go visit homes, then that's fine. But if you're into it because you're actually looking to purchase a piece of property, then you want to make sure that you're shopping smart, you're shopping efficiently. Because if you're inefficient, that means that you are missing out on homes because you're looking at everything but not at the things that you actually would purchase, which means someone else has the opportunity to purchase those homes and you never do because you're busy looking at homes that don't fit your criteria.
I would say in a normal market where there's enough homes on the market where you're not having to write a bunch of offers, that 5 to 7 is the reasonable number of homes to see before you make an offer. You're not really gaining anything. You actually could hurt yourself because imagine this. You walk in a house, the first house, you go, wow, this is pretty nice. I like it, has everything I want, but I really want to see these other houses because I don't want to miss out, right? Fear of missing out. So you go see the other houses and it takes 2 days because maybe you can't get showings of all the houses the same day. And then on the second day, you're like, well, I only saw 7 houses. Maybe, can we just wait one more weekend? I just want to wait one more weekend and maybe look at 5 more houses next week. And you go, okay. So next weekend you come back and you look at 5 more houses, or during the week you look at 5 more houses. And you go, okay, well, I saw 5 more houses, but you know what? I still like the first one. That was my favorite one. So make an offer on it. And then the agent says, okay, yeah, let me call the agent real quick and find out if they have offers. They go, oh, it went under contract on Wednesday.
Yeah.
So, we can't, that one's off the table. So now they're like, great. I don't really like any of the other ones now. And so now you're getting caught in this thing where you're not going to like any of the houses because you kind of got emotionally attached to the first one, right? So what else?
Know what you want.
Yep.
And be ready to buy the house when you see it.
And here's another thing.
Don't think that you're going to find a better one than the one that you already are in and you really like it.
Yeah.
If you really like it, then make the offer.
This is a real thing. It's statistical. It's proven. The people who say, like, oh, I don't want to be a real estate agent because I have to work on all the weekends. Actually, most serious buyers, Monday through Friday are the days they look at houses. The weekend buyers are literally only the out-of-town people who can only look on the weekend because they have a job. Every time that, pretty much when I was showing houses, it was always during the week, because what would happen is the house would come on the market on a Monday because the agent was maybe took the listing on Friday or had need to get a photographer over there, or maybe came on the weekend, took a picture. Most of my listing appointments were during the week, actually. But if a house comes on the market on Monday, do you really want to wait till Saturday? Because I tell you what, most real estate agents are not taking listings on Saturday and Sunday. They're taking them during the week.
Right.
Because real estate agents want to be off on the weekend too. And when you see the open house signs on the weekend, those are not working real estate agents. Those are agents who don't have any clients. That's why they have open houses, trying to find some business. So if you're only seeing houses on weekends, your real estate agent may not be they may not think you're serious. It's a secret thing in the real estate that we all know in real estate business. Most serious buyers are looking during the week. And I've actually had a number of buyers that I would call them at like 4:30 and say, hey, when you get home, I'm picking you up at your house and we're going to this house, or we're meeting here. Just go from work right to here. Why? Because it came on the market this morning. The agent took the listing last night, but she put it in, and I know it's going to be sold in a day. So we're going to see it today, and then we're going to write the offer tonight, and I'm going to submit it because we're not going to miss out, because this is exactly like, remember the house you wanted, you couldn't get? This is literally the same house. And it's a deal. So you're going to get the house if you do it. So don't torture your agent with thousands of showings. And
don't torture yourself with indecision.
Yeah, because it's like when you go into a bookstore and you know you want to buy a book, and there's 5,000 different books you can buy, and your brain becomes so overwhelmed with choices, you don't make a choice. You're like, I can't. Your subconscious becomes overwhelmed. It's a true thing. If you went into a bookstore and there were 5 books, it would be easier to select a book than if you went into a bookstore with 5,000.
Correct.
It's the same thing when viewing houses. You're going to get confused. You're going to forget about the houses. They're all going to run together. You're going to get frustrated, and you're not going to have a good experience, and it's going to end up being worse. So you can do this without seeing a bunch of houses. Okay. You do your research online. You set parameters. You get financial parameters set for a price range. And then you get down to the nuts and bolts of the houses that you think would work for you. And then you go in and see them.
Absolutely.
It's that simple. Yeah.
And, just kind of to support what you said, I've done quite a few buyer deals this year, and they have every one of them shopped during the week. And these were people coming in from out of town that were taking time off of work to come here and look at homes. And I thought that was really interesting, that even the out of town people are shopping during the week. They're flying in, they're driving in, and they're coming during the week to look at homes and then make an offer, and then they're gone. And a lot of these people just came in for the day. So they would fly in the morning or drive in the morning, and they'd be gone at night. And we would have seen, the 7, 8 homes, and we're making offers on maybe 2 or 3 of them because we're ranking them first, second, and third choice, and we're serious. We're going to buy a house today.
The anecdotal story, when I first got into real estate, I just tried to do just listings. And what I would do is I would do open houses on my listings. But I would do them from like 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. And I would get my signs all out there, and I would get a lot of people who would come by. They were driving down the street, they would pull in and want to see the house. And I always did better in getting a client when it was during the week. Because these were, look, if you're stopping during the week, you're ready to buy a house.
Right.
Okay. The other thing too is you don't have to worry about, your kids are probably in school, you don't have to worry about dragging them around. And so just keep that in mind, that everyone's not out just shopping for houses on the weekend and it's dead during the week. It's actually the opposite,
right,
for the most part.
And kind of circle back to the beginning of the video, what's the right number of houses to see before you buy a house? Obviously it's different for everybody, but somewhere between 5 and 7 houses is probably about right. That gives you a good feel of what's out there, because you've already pre-screened lots more homes than that, right? You've already been through maybe 20, 50 homes online. So you have an idea of what the market is. You needed to walk 5, 7 of them to make sure that they were exactly what you thought they were going to be. And then make your offer, and you might make more than one offer depending on what your situation is and depending on what's going on in your market, and you rank them 1, 2, and 3, and then you hope for the best, and hopefully one of them gets negotiated and gets accepted.
And remember, your real estate agent's job is to help you with the process of purchasing the house. It is not necessarily to coach you on why you should live in one area versus another, because everybody has different preferences. And your real estate agent may say, because when I first came to town, and how I got into real estate was I moved here. I was an airline pilot, and I moved here, and another airline pilot said, you should work with this agent. And I said, okay. And I kind of knew the town because I grew up here, and she only wanted to show me houses that were like within 3 miles of her office on the east side of town. And I was like, oh, these are great houses. You need to really look over here. And I looked, and I was like, okay, these are okay houses, but now we're going to look on the west side of town, because I don't want to live over here on the east side of town. My parents are over here. I want to live on the west side of town. And so let's, and she was frustrated. Oh, I can't believe we have to drive all the way across town to show you houses, right? And the bottom line is, your agent is not necessarily the best person to say where you should live. You need to decide that yourself based on lifestyle. If you like biking, if you like being able to jump on a bike trail, every night you like to go on a 4 or 5 mile bike ride or something just to blow off steam. Certain parts of town that is not possible. They don't have bike paths. You'll be on roads. Other parts of town, they have trails in canyons and through master plan communities. You don't even realize you're there. And they're long trails. You can ride, you can walk. You see people out there walking their dogs, rollerblading. Right. And your agent may be biased, and so you have to figure that out yourself. Right. I think we have a whole another video on that. Like, what's it called? Moving to a new town.
Something like
Moving to a new town. I'm going to put it right here so you can watch that video too.
Okay.
Okay.
So if you like the video, please subscribe, hit the notification bell, like the video, and share it with your friends. Leave us your comments. We'd love to hear from you. and we'll see you on the next video. Bye.
Bye.